Test one, test two, test one, test two. I want to clarify some things, some misnumerals, if you will, some things that are out here that are still being festering. Let's just recap a few things real fast. I want to recap a few things. I got to get to work here. I don't have time for all this nonsense, but I want to recap a few things here and kind of give the spin of reality of what's going on here. Michael Saunders is a character that pretty much pretended to be a person that knew about the law. He portrayed, he has advertisements in Craigslist, and this is how I found this son of a bitch in Craigslist. Advertisements about being a paralegal. And my friend Angela, at the time, went ahead and took it upon herself to help me find somebody that would be able to prepare and documentate my papers. And that's how all of this horse shit started. The guy was erratic, not too stable in the head. I admit I don't know a lot about, the terminology and legal terminology, but I have the facts at my disposal. And then, as we progressed along the way, we knew that the Judge Gibney, threw out the strongest suit of the case. And that was the case against Will Markland and Shonda Brennan. And I say Shonda Brennan because that's what she is. So these characters, the lawsuit got thicker. They would joke about the way I would form my documents and how I did my documents. And yes, I did it in shorthand. And then finally I decided, I was told I have to take it legal and proofed and put it in documentation and type it out. So that's how we did it. And that's how the relationship started with this individual. Now, this son of a bitch turned on me mid-course of 2017. He turned on me and probably turned on me mid-course and was doing work for them. Will Markland and Shonda Brennan. And this individual who is somebody that's got to be, we first thought that maybe this Marty entity was Will Markland. We've come to the conclusion that obviously it's a friend of Will Markland. And this individual decided to get involved in my business by making threats. The very first conversation with this son of a bitch on a three-way call, I asked him, who is he and what is he about? He says that he goes and he has contacts of people in the entertainment business. I asked him if he was an attorney. He said no, he wasn't. And if I could pull that tape out, I can dig it up. Okay? We could find out for sure. He said he wasn't an attorney. And now the son of a bitch claims to be an attorney. And he's daring me now to sue him because now he's trying to throw every little thing. He's making accusations about me being a racist of all things. And he's making accusations of me being a rapist and a racist. These things are not worthy of even discussing or talking about because the conversations that were portrayed in these calls were pre-recorded conversations that I had no knowledge that they were being recorded. So therefore, that throws out everything you can think of. I have nothing to hide. Have I used the N-word before? I have used the N-word. I don't make it a point to do that because I don't like the word, okay? I am not a racist. I have used the N-word out of anger, okay? But that doesn't make me a racist. And I'd be damned if I'm going to be pegged as such, okay? And I'm going to be damned if someone is going to call me a rapist when they have no idea, no earthly fucking idea what they're talking about. So Saunders, You went ahead and start doing their paperwork. You went ahead and start doing their stuff mid-course, and you turned on me. You turned on me, okay? So you're a snake, is what you are. You're unstable in the head. You see a shrink, okay? And you're an alleged pedophile, an alleged sodomite. You even said that you were a pedophile and even admitted that you were a sodomite and played with this little boy named Zachary. All charges were dropped. Don't ask me how. But Zachary was an underage kid. And these trolls had dug up that information, and they threatened you with it, and then you turned on me. They threatened you with all this information, and then you turned on me. You're not stable in the head. You shouldn't have that kid around you. That kid should not be in that house with all those weapons that you have in your house. That kid should not even be there, okay? But anyway, that's for a different story. You are a yellow coward, and you are a fucking snake in the grass. And you were the one that went to my father's cemetery, the gravesite, and try to fucking poke me with that shit. I would have loved to catch you there, because I go there at least once a week, and I would have loved to catch you there because I would have rolled you. And you know why? Because I can. Because I can. I would have rolled you on the ground, and that freaking shovel would have been a permanent part of your anatomy. Now, permanent part of your anatomy. Now, Sean Brennan, you're coming out here running your mouth off. Let me tell you something. You were scared. You were so freaking scared, you even jumped out of a window when the court marshals came knocking at your door. When they came knocking at your door, you jumped out of a window because you were scared shitless. Okay? And then you were allegedly in a hospital because your facility, because you had some kind of health scare or whatever. And then throughout all those months, throughout all that time, when the case finally got heard, and I let that Saunders sabotage my case, that's the only reason why you won that case, because Saunders sabotaged my case, making me think that he was working to my benefit. And like a damn fool, after everything that some of the bitch did, I fell for that shit. What I should have done, I should have asked for the judge to recuse himself. And I should have had a jury trial. Because that judge was not going to be fair. That judge was not going to be fair at all in the case. That's fine and dandy. All right? I should have asked him to recuse himself. I should have taken it upstairs. And I should have asked for a jury trial. Saunders sabotaged my case. Saunders sabotaged my case with all this other BS. And then they used this hook, line, sinker with Markland with the actual copyright and the trademark. Markland had purchased the trademark, so they used that catch to make me to drop the case against him, which I should have kept that case going. And Kristen had told me that I should have nudged me and said you were a damn fool, and Kristen was right. I was a damn fool for allowing that manipulation to happen by me dropping the case against Markland. But that case against you, Markland, can be reopened at any freaking time. Just know that. And Brennan, you are so predictable. Why don't you get a life? Why don't you fucking get on with your fucking life and stop? I don't know if I'm your eye candy, but I don't swing that way. I've told you that a million times. I don't swing that way. So, Brennan, why don't you get on with your life? You've got health issues, and you should be able to take care of yourself and worry about your own dilemmas and your own problems. You obviously were scared shitless, and you lied and you perjured yourself about being in a healthcare facility place for however long you were. That was a front. That was a joke. That was a lie. And I would prove it. I can bring that case back up because I can bring that case back up very easily. And about my socks, I have diabetes, whatever. Those socks were socks that I got at Fashion Square. You know where Fashion Square is? The Fashion Square in, Fashion Square in Northern Virginia. I had a trip up in Northern Virginia, and I got some socks from some fashionable socks from a Northern Virginia place. Okay, they're fashionable dress socks. So, again, I don't swing that way. I know you all wish I did, but I don't. It's pathetic that I have to go on. Again, it's the narrative that you all create to make things a certain way. You recorded conversations, which is highly illegal. And Saunders, I know that you say that your husband keeps where the money is at, or you hide your money. I don't care at this point, because I can come after you very easily as well. You recorded conversations that were private conversations on the phone, okay? And you did all of that, and that was highly illegal, and it's highly illegal in most of the states of that to happen. And I don't give a damn what you say, well, it's not illegal in Virginia. No, it's illegal. And I can come after you just on that. So don't keep pushing yourself and trying to piss me off. And you go into my house, my old house, with that lady acting like a buffoon, acting like a queer that you are, a queer like you are, and say, oh, and then telling her all the story. Let me tell you something. I made the mistake by putting a mortgage on that house. It has nothing to do with any fucking trolls. It bothers me. It bothered me about that whole shit. But you going by there and trying to film it, trying to poke me. Okay? That's not, eventually karma is a bitch, and it's going to bite you back. It's going to bite you tenfold. All right? And I'm just going to say this. And so this Marty entity, you want me to sue you? Let me tell you something. You wish hard enough, you ask for something, and you keep poking at something, it might just come true. I don't give a goddamn what you think you know and what kind of law you think you fucking know. I can come after you. I'll see you. You're giving me more, and you're giving me more evidence and ammunition to use. You're giving me more evidence and more ammo to be used against you in a courtroom. You keep this shit up. You keep on poking me, and when you keep poking a lion, the lion eventually comes out of the cage and mauls the person. Okay? You think that you're so smug and you have all this money? Let me tell you something. I don't give a damn if you're in South Africa. I don't give a damn if you're in fucking Timbuktu. You are suable, and we can bring you to this country. You have done, I bet you if we've done an investigation, we could come up with a lot of stuff on you. I bet you've done a lot of illegal acts. It's just a matter of time to figure it out. But I don't have the time and the energy to want to waste. But you keep poking me with a fucking stick. You keep posting up libelous and slanderous things on that Yard Wars channel. I'm going to come after you. I know you want that, supposedly, but you're not too smart in the head. But when I do come after you, it's going to be full throttle. It's going to be full barrel when I come after you. You keep putting that shit up there, defaming me, I'm coming after you big time. And I'm sure like hell, I'm sure that you are that little fuzzy person that was walking around in my house in that video. I have a copy of that video, by the way. Bald-headed little runt walking around in my bedroom area there, downstairs where I used to live in my house. And I froze that picture up. I bet you dimes to donuts that's you. And the authorities, it's going to all come to a head. It's going to come to a head. But it's just a matter of playing with that video and rewinding it and going fast forward and seeing exactly that face. Because I believe that little runt in that picture is Marty McBitch. And Marty McBitch, don't fuck with me. Just because I haven't said anything doesn't mean that I'm not thinking about reopening this case. But the only thing is, I'll add you to the case. I know you want that. Because you think you're going to win. I'll add you to the case, and I'll have a little surprise attached to that. All right? Stop fucking with me. Leave me the fuck alone. Okay? It's not much more to be said. And I've got to say this. I've got to say this. Saunders knew a little bit about Jamie, but he didn't know all of that about Jamie. Saunders knew a little smidgen. He knew her name, but he didn't know much of anything. somebody that I was close to,